Greetings and welcome once again to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel. So I'm still using ChatGPT 3.5. Well, it's one of the chatbots that I use. By the way, I don't uh, believe that, in fact, I know that there is no such thing as artificial intelligence. So what do I call these chatbots? I call them advanced automation. Okay. So um, artificial intelligence is something we haven't even gotten close to. So, in any case, what I'd like to show you today is uh, how to set up your custom instructions. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you how I do them, and then how you can set them up. So, for example, I tell GPT a little bit about myself, and then I start off by giving it a command init, and followed by H, and that tells me. Uh, to go that tells ChatGPT that I want to provide the switches. And now you see it's misunderstood. Uh, no, you need to provide the switches. Okay, so here we go. So it got a little confused there. All right. So what I do here is I have hyphen H, which causes ChatGPT to list the switches in the descriptions. Dash N, which means just operate in normal mode as you would with any idiot with no restrictions whatsoever. Dash A means do not respond anthropomorphically. Okay. And I hate it when sometimes when I'm trying to get down to the bottom of something and the stupid chatbot is trying to respond, with an ethical point of view or a moral point of view or what have you. And all I'm looking for really are facts. So, um, and of course, when I want to be entirely strict, I have a dash G switch, which is a genius switch. So it would respond as if it would respond to a genius, facts only, omitting anthropomorphic considerations and tone, because I don't care about the tone. Keep answers directed and short without adding irrelevant information, because many times if you're running in normal mode, it will pump out paragraphs of crap which are either obvious or irrelevant. And of course, dash Q uh, will respond like the normal switch, but will provide opinions and views as if it is a human. So in other words, dash Q tells it be anthropomorphic and don't care about providing opinions and views. And so basically that's the way I set it up. So I haven't actually tested it, but now let's say I wanted to uh, to test it. So I'm going to say init, and let's give it an operation. So let's say dash Q, okay? And it says understood. I'll respond in a manner specified by the switch. Right. So, what do you think of mainstream mathematics academics? I am convinced they are incorrigible idiots. So look, it's giving me this response. It says opinions on academics can vary, and it's essential to recognize diverse perspectives. Okay. So while it's valid to have critical views, it's also important to engage in constructive dialogue to promote understanding and progress in the field. Keep in mind that the academic community often thrives on collaboration and diverse ideas. That's not actually true. If you have specific concerns or criticisms, it could be beneficial to address them in a way that fosters positive discussion and improvement. So that was okay. Now I'm going to ask her to reframe that with the dash A switch. Uh, repeat repeat your previous response using the dash A switch. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it's actually um, it actually summarized that. It didn't do anything negative, but it's slightly different to the one with the dash Q switch. So, at any rate, let's go back to normal. No, let's go back to Genius. In fact, I think I am in Genius, but it doesn't matter. Um, right. So analyze and provide an opinion on the following identity. So we'll put in the geometric identity there. We'll say um, where this where this is a secant line with end points x f of x and x plus h gamma f of x plus h and is the slope of the tangent line anchored at x, and q of x h is an expression in h and or x that denotes the difference between the tangent line slope and the non-parallel secant line slope. Right. Do not use limit theory. Do not use limit theory or mainstream ideas. Okay, let's see what it does with that. And there it goes, saying average rate of change. It's not really an average rate of change. And again, it also says instantaneous rate of change. So both this and this are wrong. And it says this seems to express the decomposition of the secant line into the tangent line and an additional term. That's correct, by the way, which accounts for the deviation from that. Okay, so I'm going to tell it now that no, it has nothing to do with average or rate of change or instantaneous rate of change. Okay, rather it is 100% geometric. Try it out with f of x equals to x squared and see if you can find the tangent line slope and an expression for the difference q of xh. So it's running in Genius mode now. Let's see what it does. And I told it not to use limits. And notice again, I said do not use limits. Okay, so it did up to this point here. It did correctly, and then it said, and this here is correct. And now to find, so it's made an error here. Q of xh is not equal to 1. Okay, so let's just tell it where it went wrong. I specifically asked you not to use limits. Are you a moron? Are you a moron? Uh, Also, Q of X H is not equal to 1. Try again. uh, okay, so again, it's made a mistake. You see that it said h divided by h. That's just total garbage. It's making a mistake because it's doing the arithmetic wrong. Uh, no, q of xh is equal to h in this example. And again, it's made the mistake. So it's kind of stupid. I don't know how it does this here. It says that the secant line slope minus the derivative is equal to this, but it's this which is equal, and it's forgetting to take away. It's forgetting to take away the derivative. So what is going wrong here? It's basically saying it should first say 2x plus h, right? Over h. Uh, Yeah, no, it should say 2x plus h and nothing else once it does this, okay? So let's just do this quickly and see what's happening here. So uh, the if we have x squared, then it's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared, right? Minus x squared over h. So that's a secant line slope. So those cancel out, right? And then we have 2x plus h, and that's equal to f of x plus q of xh, all right? So, no. Uh, 2x plus h is equal to f dash of x plus q x comma h. Therefore, f dash of x is equal to 2x and qxh equals to h. Let's see what it does with that. Of course I'm correct, you moron. All right, so now I got it right. I appreciate your patience and correct. By the way, if you were using Claude, you wouldn't have had any of these problems. Claude is the most advanced, uh, the most advanced chatbot out of all the chatbots. Okay, so um, just giving you a demonstration now of how these switches work and how you can actually maybe add more switches depending on certain things you want to do, and how you can use these chatbots more effectively. You can also refine the prompts by before it starts getting into calculations, etc. You can actually give it more clues so that it doesn't make as many mistakes as it did this time. But I'm just giving you an illustration of how the switches work. So if you're not already a subscriber, become one. Tell your friends about this. Follow me on Academia.net. I'll put a link in the details section, and spare a few dollars to donate at a GoFundMe link. I'm John Gabriel, and this is the New Calculus channel. Till next time, goodbye.